Australia is marking the one-year anniversary of the Sydney siege. The attack claimed the lives of 3 people, including the Iranian-born gunman. High-profile incidents since then have raised global awareness about terrorism. They've also fueled anti-Muslim movements. CCTV's Greg Navarro reports.
We come together in support of their families.
Many of the hundreds of people who gathered at Sydney's Martin Place brought symbols of their grief to a ceremony to remember the lives lost here 1 year ago. For one group of men, that symbol was displayed on a T-shirt, a simple yet powerful message.
We feel that as Muslims who believe in love for all, hatred for none, it is our utmost duty to come and pay homage to all the lives lost, especially our heroes, Katrina and Tori.
Katrina Dawson and Tori Johnson were killed when police stormed a Sydney cafe and shot dead the Iranian-born gunman. 1 year later, Sydney's Lord Mayor said she wanted people to know that what happened here in Martin Place was not an act of terrorism, but she said an isolated act of violence. And she said she wanted people to know that in the hopes of avoiding further division within the community. Much of that division has been felt by the Muslim community here, fueled by incidents including several failed terrorist attacks and the shooting death of a police employee by a radicalized teenager.
We've come to condemn the actions of the so-called Muslims who are absolutely not preaching the true message of Islam, which is peace.
The reaction to those actions was on display in Victoria earlier this year in response to a plan to build a mosque.
They remind us that there's a certain minority of the community who will, sort of take an opportunity to demonstrate their hatred of Muslims and to wear the Australian flag and associate Australia with an anti-Muslim ideology.
During the past year, Australia's government has proposed several measures to strengthen the country's terror laws. Experts say the increasing focus on terrorism has also had a broader impact.
It's making sort of Muslim Australians question their place in society and whether they have an equal place.
Which is why on a day filled with so many symbols, it was important for these men to be seen. Greg Navarro, CCTV, Sydney.